Okay, so get this, right? There's this new token, the Trump token.
Trump token. Okay.
And in just 48 hours,
48 hour.
it's rocketed
Wow.
into the top 15 cryptocurrencies globally.
Hmm.
I mean, we see these meme coins all the time,
Yeah. Yeah.
but this one, I don't know, it's different.
It is. It's interesting.
It's interesting.
So we're going to do a deep dive today on the Trump token
Oh, yeah.
and see if we can figure out what's going on.
Let's do it.
All right. So first of all, for anyone who maybe hasn't been following this too closely, what is a meme coin? How's it different than, say, like Bitcoin or Ethereum?
Okay. So meme coins, they're kind of like the wild child of the crypto world, right? They typically start as a joke. Often they're based on internet memes or trends.
So they're not really meant to be taken seriously.
Well, that's the thing, right? Some people definitely don't take them seriously,
No.
but others, they see them as a way to make quick profits.
Because they can go viral so easily.
Exactly. And we've seen some pretty crazy examples like Dogecoin. It was inspired by a dog meme.
And it shot up in value.
Yeah, and it's still around.
Still around, absolutely. So the key difference with these meme coins is that unlike Bitcoin or Ethereum, they don't necessarily have a strong underlying technology or utility.
Okay, so back to the Trump token. It's a meme coin, but it's also tied to a really, really well-known figure, Donald Trump.
Yeah.
I mean, that alone brings a certain level of attention, right?
Oh, absolutely. Love him or hate him, people have an opinion about him.
Exactly.
And that translates into market value.
Right. And on top of that, we've got all this talk about potential tax reforms that could really shake up the crypto world.
Uh-huh.
So we've got this really, really potent mix of factors at play here. What do you think is the most significant driver of this initial surge in the Trump token's price?
You know, it's tough to say definitively, right? It's almost like each factor is amplifying the others. You've got the meme coin craze. That's already creating this environment where people are looking for the next big thing. And then you layer on top of that Donald Trump's brand recognition. I mean, he's a master at grabbing headlines, right?
Right.
Absolutely.
And even within a controversial context, that brand, it has power. It has market value. I mean, we've seen it time and again with celebrity-driven ventures.
Yes, for sure. And then there's the current crypto landscape, which, let's be honest, is already kind of primed for this kind of like disruptive, almost attention-seeking token.
Right. Absolutely. The crypto space thrives on innovation. It thrives on speculation. So
Yes.
a politically charged token like this, it's like
Well-
adding fuel to the fire.
And then the tax reform angle.
Yeah.
I mean, even just rumors of potential changes, they can create these huge waves of speculation and investment in related assets.
For sure. I mean, look, crypto is still relatively new and its regulation is constantly evolving. So any hint of a shift in policy, it can send investors scrambling.
Right.
And that creates volatility.
Yeah. It's fascinating. And you know what else is fascinating? This token is built on the Solana blockchain.
Solana. Now, Solana is known for its speed and its low transaction costs. So that's something to keep in mind for anyone who's thinking about, maybe getting involved with this Trump token.
It's a good point, yeah.
But here's the real shocker for me. This Trump token's fully diluted valuation, and that means if all the tokens were actually out there circulating, is a whopping $71 billion.
Wow. That's
I mean, is that even realistic? Are we looking at a potential bubble here?
Yeah, I mean, that's the big question, right? 71 billion. That puts it in the same league as some of the most established cryptocurrencies. And for a meme coin, it's definitely raising eyebrows. Valuations in the crypto world, they can be incredibly volatile. So is it a bubble waiting to burst? It's certainly possible. But there's another layer to this that we need to consider.
Okay, what's that?
Over 80% of the Trump token supply, it's held by organizations that are directly linked to the Trump organization.
Wow. Okay, so they control the vast majority of these tokens.
Right. And here's the kicker. They're subject to a 3-year lockup period.
So that means they can't even sell them.
Not for 3 years.
Okay. I mean, what happens after those 3 years are up? What happens when they can start selling their tokens? I mean, isn't that risky for anyone who buys in now?
It's definitely a risk factor. I mean, imagine you buy this token today, and then in 3 years, millions of these tokens, they suddenly flood the market. What do you think that's going to do to the price?
Yeah, I would imagine it would plummet.
Exactly. So this kind of concentrated ownership, it raises serious questions about market manipulation, about long-term stability.
So you're saying this could be a ticking time bomb.
It's something to be very aware of because it all comes down to the creator's intentions. Are they in it for the long haul, or is this just a quick cash grab?
And how can we know that?
We can't know for sure. That's the thing about crypto, right? It's all about trust. or maybe lack of trust.
Yeah. And I can't help but think about that massive 610% surge in the token's value right after it launched. I mean, it hit a peak trading price of $68. Talk about a wild ride.
Yeah. Oh, it's wild. And that kind of spike, that almost always signals speculative frenzy. The FOMO, the fear of missing out, that get-rich-quick mentality.
Right, but is that genuine confidence in the token's long-term value?
That, I think, is debatable.
Okay, so just to recap here, we've got this meme coin, the Trump token. It's riding the wave of, a powerful, albeit very controversial brand. And it's got this valuation that seems, I don't know, kind of sky high.
Hmm.
And then its price history, well, it just screams volatility. I mean, what does this all mean for someone who's trying to navigate the crypto world?
Be cautious. Be very, very cautious. Don't let the hype sweep you away.
Easy to say.
It is easy to say, but do your research, understand the risks, and most importantly, think about your own investment goals. This Trump token, it's a prime example of how crypto can be influenced by factors that go way beyond traditional market forces.
It really is. Okay, so big question here. Is this a sign of things to come? Does the Trump token signal a new era of politicized cryptocurrencies?
I mean, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And I don't have a crystal ball, but I think we're already seeing the lines blur between finance, technology, and politics. The Trump token, it's just the tip of the iceberg.
So what should we be watching for? What are some of the potential implications here?
I think we need to pay close attention to how these politicized cryptocurrencies might be used. Are they going to be used for campaign fundraising, for influencing policy? I mean, the possibilities are kind of endless, and that's what makes it both exciting and a little bit scary.
Yeah, and it raises a lot of ethical questions too.
Absolutely. We need to be having these conversations now before we find ourselves in a situation where technology is outpacing our ability to regulate it, to even understand it.
And I think that's a good note to end on. This is a topic we're going to continue to follow closely. The Trump token, the meme coins, the intersection of crypto and politics. There's a lot to unpack here, and I'm sure we'll be revisiting these themes again in the future.
It'll be interesting to see where this goes.
It will. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time.
Yeah, see ya.
Bye!